White Bully family, it's Felicia here, and I know it's been a minute, but I kind of think that I like doing it this way, my question of the week recaps. If it, if I have a question after question after question that kind of ties into each other, thinking it'd be kind of cool to just wrap it all up in one session. And so that's what I'm doing now. But if I have like one particular question that is I'm not going to extend on the following week, then at the end of those weeks I will definitely just go ahead and post my little recap. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and jump right in because this is a three-part session. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in. So the first question was, if your job enforced mandatory COVID vaccines, what would you do? So I was really surprised by the responses, particularly because it was pretty much a 50-50 type of thing. I had 50% people who responded and kind of, reached out to me via message or text message and said, hey, if my job enforced it, I would go ahead and, for the sake of my job, I would go ahead and get the vaccine. But then I also had other people, reach out to me and say, I shouldn't be forced to do anything, and I would just look for other means of employment. I'm kind of on their side. I don't think that I should be forced to do anything on my job. I applied for the job to do the job, not to be told I had to get a vaccine. And I will say this, over the past, I think it's been about a week now, my job has actually sent us an email and told us, that it's optional, but if you opt to take, get the vaccine, it will be available. They're going to make it available to do so at our job. And I mean, that's nice. Thank you very much, but no thanks, at least for me right now. And so, like I say, I found it interesting that, we had a 50-50 type of deal there, where some people are afraid to lose their jobs, or they've actually been on their jobs for, quite some time, years. So I can understand, they're vested in their jobs, but, on the other hand, I can understand why people are like, I'm out. There's always other jobs out there, and I shouldn't be forced to, to be injected in something, in my body to keep this job. So, and you look at it like, and I think, I'm a deep thinker. So for me, it's like, if I get this vaccine, if I were in that position, if I get this vaccine, I get sick or even die, the job is going to replace me. You can be replaced, so it's like, for a company, to me, it's like, it's a win-win no matter what. It's a win if you keep your job, if you get the vaccine and nothing happens, but if something does happen to you, it's a win for them because they can replace you. So like I say, I think way beyond, maybe too much, but that's me, and so looking at it from that perspective is, again, it should be my choice. I shouldn't be forced to do anything. So that's my take on that. And thank those of you who responded to me via all kinds of ways, and let me know your opinion, on that. So next question was COVID vaccine. Do you know of anyone who's had it, and are there any side effects or no? So this is another thing. I have, I know a few people who have, gotten the vaccine, and they seem to be fine. I have someone who's kind of updating us on a daily basis. They're absolutely fine. I know a couple of nurses who have had the vaccine. They seem to be fine. And I even follow this doctor on Facebook. Her name is Dr. Jen. And I really like listening to her and following her posts. And she's had the vaccine, and she's very transparent about it. She has definitely had some of the side effects, but she says that when you get a vaccine, that is to be expected. You are going to feel some of the symptoms because they're injecting you with the virus, just like with the flu. They're injecting you with that, and so you're going to experience, or some people do experience, flu-like symptoms. Same thing for her. She's saying that she couldn't even raise her arms. She was extremely tired. She felt sick. All the symptoms that they told us that you would, or some people have gotten due to this virus, she has experienced it with getting the vaccine. However, daily she is getting better and feeling better, and I think she is scheduled for a second round. So it is not only one vaccine, but you get a two-part vaccine to it, apparently. I am not that up on it because I don't intend on getting it anytime soon. So for me, I said I'm going to give it 6 months out so they can continue to study, get results from this person, that person, and I do believe that even though this may spark some some fireworks, I do think that all races should, if you're going to get the vaccine, I think that that's the only way we are going to know what works for us. And not just different races, but I think women, men, children, all of this. I mean, how are you going to know unless you are part of a test if that's what you want to do? For me, I'm just going to wait it out a little bit, but I will say this. I think about all the vaccines that I've had and I've gotten, for my children and on through whatever age you have to get. We've all had our vaccines and we've all lived through them. The only difference here is it seems like it was pulled together quite rapidly. But then again, technology is completely different than when it was when we were younger and we lived and survived that. So we have to look at things from several different perspectives before we fully make up our minds to do what's best for us. So now I'm going to move on to the next question, or the last one for that matter. Have you heard about COVID-19 variant B17? Lord, here we go. So this here is the new coronavirus variant could become dominant, the dominant strain by March. And this is what the CDC is saying about this variant B17. And it is still circulating at low levels in the U.S. There's only 76 people who are infected by it. But again, and this is in only 12 states. So I'm kind of reading this because I'm not too up on that, but I was just like, dang, what? So it also says that the CDC officials acknowledge the variant is likely more widespread than is currently recognized because they just found this out. And basically it is, the way I'm understanding it, a continuation or an extension to the virus and it is mutating, but it's mutating at much lower levels and it has not really hit the U.S. like the virus did. So that being said, that's a good thing, but we also need to keep in mind that here it is, an extension to the dang virus, So, like I say, folks, they're basically saying that we should do the same thing when it comes to this variant, which is to follow all the same precautions. Cover your mouth, cover your nose. I can't tell you how many times I get pissed off when I see somebody who either doesn't have a mask on at all, or has it under the nose, or pulling it up, pulling it down, all of that. People, wear your mask correctly. Oh, that makes me so mad. Anyway, wash your hands, do that whole 6 feet social distancing thing. I can't tell you, that's another thing kind of rubs me the wrong way. If you get too close to me in the store, I'm ready to say something. But I'll give you a look and you'll know to get back. But that's just me, So like I say, that being said, follow the all of the precautions that they are telling us and have been telling us for the past several months of this, almost a year, I think. If you do what you're supposed to do and should do, this can help us all. I don't understand why there are still people out there who are not taking this seriously. At this point, someone that should have been affected by this virus, and so that being said, you cannot move along thinking that it's not going to affect you. So like I said, look into this variant, and please, I just got a snippet, and enlightened you a little bit, but if you can, enlighten us even more on it, please do, post, and so that we can have this on our page. And I usually share the information on my regular Facebook page as well, because I want everyone to be safe out there and take care of themselves, because you are not only putting yourself at risk, but others at risk. And, those of us who have underlying conditions, you're even putting us at a bigger risk. And those of us who are a certain age, and it just goes on and on and on and on. And it doesn't have to be that way if you just take the necessary precautions to take care of yourselves and take care of one another. Like I say every video, again, take care of yourselves, take care of one another. I love you all. I hope that you all will continue to do what you need to do to take care, special care of yourself. I'm going to go ahead and end this thing because it is Sunday and I know all of us have to get ready for work, whether it be in the office or be at home. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Once again, I love you, and I will post question of the week tomorrow and wrap it up. I guess maybe Saturday or Sunday, unless I'm making an extension question. Chat with you all later. Bye.